Hi Gemini, welcome to the summer solstice. Its energy is very strong between the 20th and the 23rd of June. And we are now on the 22nd, as you can see. I've put today as a day to remember, 22.6.22. It's a very special day. Wishes can come true today, so you can still manifest if you haven't manifested yet for your summer solstice. Take a rose, pop it in some mineral water with some herbs, holy basil, rosemary, sage, and pop the petals into the water once you've written your wishes on them, and then either put them in a pond or a stream or a river or the sea, or pop them on the earth and let the wind take them away. So there's not a lot of wind in London today. It's very hot and sultry. Or you can put them in a pink sachet and put them under your pillow. The first day, on the 20th, I manifested on a video. You'll see that, and I popped that rose in my pond. The second day, on the 21st, I actually manifested and I popped that in a pink sachet under my pillow, and things have already started to happen. It's a very powerful time. I've put Cupid there, Gemini, for you also, because this is going to be a great time for love for everyone. Maybe sometimes a love that you've not expected. But let the cards talk. And Sarah Elizabeth, can we welcome you in, please? Can you give the right advice to my signs? And with your communication and channeling, I'm sure they'll get the right advice. One thing I've noticed about your spread here is we have got 3 queens. And then here in this, at the bottom of the deck, the tarot deck, we've got another queen. I always look at the bottom of the deck. And this is, to me, indicative of the fact you are going to become quite regal, quite queenly, so different to before. The changes have already started happening, Gemini, for you, with that massive Neptune-Mercury conjunction in April, which was in Pisces, and the whole world would have felt that. The last time that occurred was in the 1920s, and we had that massive, beautiful, creative period. Well, that conjunction occurred on April the 12th, and it's made a significant difference to everybody's lives, their way of thinking, their purity, the way they see things. And Geminis, you're cleansing yourself. You're cleansing yourself of things that have made you unhappy in the past. People that have made you unhappy in the past are going. You had your ha-ha moment on this full moon of the 14th of June, and you realised, the Sagittarius one, you realised the only way forwards was with a clean, humble, pure heart, and you're getting it. And with that, you're getting the power of the Queen in you. And so let's go back to that conjunction that happened. The whole world's going to become more compassionate, more kind, and you are a person that really epitomizes that. You are a person that's going to be those things. I think you've had a lot of unkindness in your life. You've had dependence on people, on influencers, could be drink, could be drugs, could be anything, but you have been quite influenced, Gemini. You are the dual person. You are the twins. And in my last video view, I had Romulus and Remus. Today, I've got the 2 Cupids. Everything's going to come in 2s for you. The opportunities are going to come in 2s. The friendships are going to come in 2s. Even the men might come in 2s, so you get a choice. But here, I've got the summer solstice display, and you are an air sign, and you are on that, you're represented by the Pegasus, because you're going to fly high, and the Pegasus flies high in the sky with great strength. So Gemini, let's read these cards. But I'd like to say, from today, which is the 22nd of June, to July the 17th, Venus has moved into Gemini. That means people are going to be very drawn to you and your energy, that regal, queenly status. Also, the queens mean maturity. They mean an older woman. So you don't have to be old, but you're going to have a more mature way about you. You're going to be wiser. You're going to leave that young girl behind. And sometimes you can be an older woman at 19 and a young girl at 90. I'm not talking about ages. I'm talking about your stance, the way the world sees you. Now, the good fortune planet, expansive planet Jupiter, is in your 11th house of friendship and joy. Now, Jupiter has moved into Aries. It's the expansive planet, the planet of good fortune. It moved into Aries on May the 10th, and it's Aries' emerald year. Every other sign is going to get a present from Jupiter. Taurus, it's career. Sagittarius, it's true love. Capricorn, it's home. All of them. So you have to read the individual ones because you might have placements in other places. With Gemini, Jupiter's in your 11th house of friendship, joy, and groups. That means if you fall in love or someone appears and there's a love connection, it's going to be a best friend sort of love, which is probably the best love, a friendship love, not just it will be passionate, of course it will be intimate, but it will have that best friend vibe. It's in your friendship and joy house, and it's going to be such a wonderful thing. Groups are also very important for you, and it may be that you meet someone in this in a group situation. It might be a meetup, or it might be a dating group, or it might be just a friendship group or an art group. Groups are going to be very, very important to you, Gemini. So your ruler is Mercury, and because of that, you had a terrible time during Mercury's retrograde, and that retrograde really played havoc with you. It stopped on June the 3rd, and since June the 3rd, you've become so much stronger, but there was miscommunication, misrepresentation, misunderstanding. And so it backtracked you, it delayed you, and you were going around the mulberry bush, so to speak. The last new moon was in Gemini on May the 30th, but it was still in this retrograde. You were working with the new moon, but it didn't allow you to benefit from it because of Mercury being retrograde. So the full moon in Sagittarius has been more influential to you, and it's lasted from the 11th to the 19th, and you might have seen changes. You might have seen a person stepping in. Even if they've stepped in before, they're going to step up in this period, and everything's happening in twos. You're the twin, and so you're going to get twin opportunities in career, possibly twin opportunities in love. You might have a choice. There'll be offers coming in on a 2 level, and Jupiter's your natural ruler of your partnership house. All these houses and signs and planets are very, very important. They communicate with each other, and they are influential in your life at different times more so. The placements are very good for you at the moment. And if you have other placements in your moon and rising in Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, Gemini, you're going to double your luck. So have a look at that. Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, you're going to double your luck on the love front. As I said, Venus is in your romance sector, June the 22nd to July the 17th, and it's going to get your heartbeat moving, get your life moving. Things will be crystallizing. Anything that's been happening before that wasn't clear to you will become clear, and something very special is happening, especially in this period now up to the 23rd. If you're in a committed bond, you could be getting engaged. When Mercury and Jupiter are together in perfect sync, then everything's possible. And any contract you sign between the 20th and the 28th, but go nearer the 20th to the 28th if you can, because Neptune's going to be going retrograde. So, and that plays havoc with water or storms or rain or various things, anything to do with water. So if you're going anywhere near water, be careful. But anyone who comes in during this time, June the 22nd to the 17th, is going to be very special, very directly connected to you long term. But if someone's already there, that relationship could be cementing during that period of time. And Mars conjoining Jupiter in your house of joy and happiness on May the 29th was a big thing for you. So Gemini, it's all looking very good, and you're going to be leaving some people in the past behind. You're going to be leaving some habits behind, without a doubt. Now here we've got 2 2s, and you've got the 2 of Cups and the 2 of Swords, and that's like the integration of 2 people, the best harmony for you. It relates to partnerships, a twosome, doing more than one thing at once. Also, it shows that for the 2 of Cups, we've got a twin love, a twin flame, a soulmate, a commitment. It could also be a quarrel that could be mended. So maybe you've had a quarrel with someone and that's mended for you. But the right person is in your life at that point, and it's a real good omen card. Going to the 2 of the 3 of Cups, we've got the 3 of Cups there. It's like fertility, abundance, marriage. Maybe an old love will return, whether you want that or not, in your choice with the new one, and an old one is up to you. Maybe they've mended their ways. Maybe they are your soulmate. So we've got a lot of amazing cards here, but what struck me the most for you was the queens. The queens you have. You haven't got any aces, but these queens, the 4 queens, one being at the bottom of the deck, is just such a good omen. And here we've got the 6 of Pentacles, which gives you prosperity. You're hardworking. You have plenty to give in the labour force. The fruits of your labour have been manifesting. You've been asking for growth, and finally the harvest is coming for you, Gemini. I would say that the king here is a possible indication of who is going to be coming into your life. The King of Swords is assertive. He's got a good sense of authority. He's analytical. He's disciplined. He's fair. He's logical. So those signs. The Queen here, if this is someone connected to you or part of your qualities, you will be loyal, insightful, determined, sharp-witted, intellectual. So the queens are very important here, and this king is quite significant. You've also got the King of Wands. So he is a leader, a visionary, charismatic, creative, capable, influential. So if you recognize those signs in people, but what they're speaking to is yourself as well. You're going to be in a position of leadership and inspiration. You are a natural born leader anyway, Gemini, but you're going to become more of an entrepreneur. You're going to be maybe a head of a business or an organization you work for. Your creative element, your theatrical side is going to come out and make a difference. When we're talking about the Queen of Wands, which is up there, she's usually a Sagittarius, so you might have a Sagittarian friend or a Sagittarian placement. But this woman's very spiritual, very intuitive, very coherent, very charismatic, very generous, strong-willed. She radiates a heat about her, being a fire sign, but also her heart is very special, and she's got a very keen intellect and a magnetic personality. So she's either going to become very, very important to you, or you already know this person, but she's going to be a good-natured lady who's going to guide you, I think. So look out for her. what else do we have here? I'm going to start on my Angel Oracle Tarot, because I've said quite a lot about these already now. And the sword cards are the only ones we need to really worry about, I think, but they're indicative of your past. So the Eight of Swords, I think, was you were trapped, blind, you were powerless. That's right at the top. You were tied up in things you didn't want to be tied up in. You had a self-imposed sort of life, and your thoughts were trapping you as well. You were very different to what you are now. And then the Seven of Swords comes up, and it's still in that sort of deceitful, sneaky energy. Maybe you got betrayed, and maybe you were getting away with something that you didn't really want to get away with, but you were just doing it anyway. And then something happened to you, and you were always indecisive. That Two of Swords shows me that. It's down here. You can still be indecisive. You lacked direction. You were in a stalemate situation. You were avoiding making decisions, while since that conjunction occurred, all that has changed, and you're in a really good place compared to where you were before. The Seven of Wands is showing us that you are now self-reliant, you're courageous, you've got an inner strength, you don't drop your guard now, and you'll be the envy of everyone in your workplace and in your love life, because you're going to have a really solid love and you're going to stand up for yourself. I think the Six of Wands, where's that placed? I thought I saw the Six of Wands here. Yeah, the Six of Wands is showing you that you're going to have a time of achievement coming up. So you're going to be saying bravo to yourself, and you're going to really welcome that good news, and you're going to be welcoming the results of your work, and the way that you have shown people what you're capable of. And that queenly presence is going to really stand you in good stead. Let's see what we've got here. A renewal. Review and evaluate. A favourable assessment of the facts. Time to move in a new direction. So with this card, you are definitely at a crossroads. You're at a threshold. Someone might come in from your past who's, you know, it's a time of important change, a time to review things, reevaluate. Is this person from your past more important than your present person who's stepped in? You can only make that decision. We've also got here unity. So again, we've got a major arcana card out of the tarot, and that is showing us that you are going to unify your whole world. You're going to expand your circle of friends. You're on a spiritual journey to cleanse yourself. You're going to stick to purity as much as you can, and your traditional viewpoints are going to come through. You're going to become much more traditional. Like I said, that mature woman is going to come out of you. You're going to join spiritual organizations and groups. You're going to want to be with people who quote things, who talk nicely, who believe in kindness. You're going to seek out mentors and like-minded friends. So there's going to be a change in your friendship groups. Let's take one more. And the sun. We've got the sun up there. That represents this summer solstice. But the sun is really indicative in your own life of good times coming. It's wonderful times, success. You've got the right vibes. You've got the right path of self-enlightenment going on. You know where you want to be. And here it says happy outcome, brilliant new ideas that lead to success. Have confidence in yourself. Look at that sun shining on you, and you'll be like the sunflower, totally facing and looking for the sun all the time, because you know how precious it is. And at the bottom here, we've got Seven of Air. So we've got plans that need revision, more going on than meets the eye. So Maybe when that soulmate comes in or someone from your past, you will really be revising those plans, and there will be more than meets the eye, and it might be an air sign. Okay, so let's be aware of all that. So here we go. Let's take a wisdom oracle card. I'm only meant to take one and then I end up taking two, but I really want to fit in as many readings as I can today on the 22nd. So I'm trying to give individual readings that are shorter because I tend to be far too long in my readings. So I'm keeping an eye on the time. Let's see, Sarah Elizabeth, what card you can give us out of the Wisdom Oracle deck for Gemini, please. Here we have prayer. You've prayed for the changes that are occurring, and look what you've got: meadows, pastures, a beautiful lemon refreshing drink, clarity, clearness. If you drink lemon in the morning with warm water, it cleanses your body. Your body is getting cleansed. One more for us, please, Sarah Elizabeth. Destiny. You're on destiny's path. You're going to be destined to be with someone. There you are, kneeling down. It looks like a marriage. It looks like a ceremony. So you're definitely going to be with the right person. Just let destiny take its course. Let destiny take you there, because that's where you're meant to be. Okay, so here we have my two decks. I'm going to take one of each card. Sarah Elizabeth, guide us to the best choices, please. For Gemini, we're going to make this short and sweet. So those are there and they have to be taken. There we go, one of those, two of those. I took them off that deck, and so they're most important. Here we go, one of these for you, please, Gemini. Here we've got an activist. You're going to be very active in your spiritual groups. You actually are going to stand out. You're going to be saying things. You're going to be talking about kindness, compassion, spiritual enlightenment. And people are going to really respect what you say. That queenly presence is going to be there. All this has been a learning experience for you, Gemini, and you are handling it perfectly. You will see by May the 10th next year, you will have fulfilled your role and you will be the sweetest thing on the market. Just look at you. You'll love, animals will love you, people will love you. You're on a different path, a clean, pure path. Stick to the purity of it all. Now I've got to take a card out of these. One card. Sarah Elizabeth, guide Gemini, please. Here we go, fresh air. You love the open air, and you're going to spend, your body needs refreshment from oxygenated air generated by grass, trees, plants and flowers. You're going to spend a lot more time in nature. Let's take one from that for you. Then one last deck and I'm going. And I hope you've enjoyed this reading for the 22nd of the 6th of 22. And I hope if you do, you will like, share and subscribe, please. And here you have confidence. You have a newfound confidence. Look at you dipping your feet in the stream. You're all about nature, all about natural beauty now. You're going to be this beautiful natural beauty. You're not going to be looking for cosmetic treatments or that sort of thing. Your beauty is going to be shining out. And here we've got Cupid. Cupid is at work, and look, we've got Cupid over there for you. Cupid is at work. He's going to bring you the right person, and go for it. Like it says, go for it. Use your gut instinct. Use what you know. Rely on your higher self. Talk to your higher self. Let her talk to you. My last deck for you today, Gemini. Whoops, one's thrown itself right out of us. Victory. We don't need any more victory. It's going to be total beautiful victory. And look how beautiful your face is going to be. We're going to take one of these now for you. Let's see what comes up. Okay, A. Something of A is going to be important to you. An Aries, or someone with a name starting with an A, or possibly a place that's got an A place name. So A, watch out for A. I hope you've enjoyed that reading. I've actually really felt an enormously amazing good vibe. Don't bury your head in the sand. Just look in the mirror and go, I am amazing. And you really should be able to say that to yourself, Gemini. Have a wonderful summer solstice. Have a wonderful summer. And I will be speaking to you again very soon. Thank you. Please don't forget to share, like and subscribe.